Hi beauty fam, welcome back to MikiCarrBeauty. I'm Miki Carrico, and on my channel I love to talk about luxury skincare and beauty. I want to do an empties video because it's time to get rid of this pile I have of skincare and products I've used up, and then it might be a combined decluttering video of things I'm either going to just throw out because they're old, or I'm going to pass them on, or they might end up on my Poshmark / Mercury page. So if that's interesting to you, then keep watching. But before we continue, make sure to hit the subscribe button below. A lot of you who are watching actually are not subscribed to my channel, so help me out. I would love it if you become part of the MikiCarrBeauty fam. So hit the subscribe button below. What are you waiting for? Hit the all button so you get notification when I load my videos, and then feel free to like and comment below. It really helps out my channel in terms of engagement. And since we got that out of the way, then let's begin. How about this? Makeup that is end of its life that just needs to be chucked. Okay, or I finished. So the Urban Decay All Nighter, I had this mini. It's great. I've used this on and off through the years. It's great for setting makeup. I now have the Charlotte Tilbury airbrush flawless setting spray. Some of you told me to use that. I like it. It's okay. It's a little bit perfumey, but we'll see. I'm going to test it out. I've used this Urban Decay All Nighter on and off through the years. It definitely is budge proof and sweat proof, so this is kind of like an OG for me. So I'm going to try this through the weekend and see. And I have a trip coming up where I'm going to Las Vegas, and it's going to be hot and humid, so we'll see. And I'll bring that with me. And then, so this is empty. I'm going to recycle it. I don't know what's called panning. It's done. The Tom Ford, it's the only liquid eyeliner. The Tom Ford Eye Defining Pen is 01 Deeper. I just wish they made these in different colors. They only make it in black, and they have two tips. They have like the small tip for fine details, and then they have the long tip as well. And this is like my favorite eyeliner. And if I'm being truthful, I could probably still use it. Like, maybe it just needs to be reinvigorated. Okay, so I don't know. I'm gonna try to use it. I mean, I know that we're supposed to replace these after what is it, 6 months? Yeah, I feel like there's life in here still, so maybe I'll keep that. But if it's irritating my eyes, we're just gonna get rid of it. Okay, I'm gonna chuck this because it's at its end of the life, and I had read about this. The Kosas concealer, I have it in the shade 6.2N. This went bad less than like 6 months. It was just so gross. Ugh, I should have listened to you all in your reviews. Like, it smells just gross. It smells so gross. I will not be repurchasing Kosas again. I can't even like pass that on because it's just gross. Okay, so this has been a repurchase of mine through the years. The MAC Extended Play Giga Black Lash. This is my holy grail for my bottom lashes, which are tiny, but this is also a tubing mascara. And it's the only mascara that is small enough that gets to the bottom lashes and doesn't give me raccoon eyes. This is an OG, like, for me. I love it. And again, you got to replace your mascaras every 3 months. And actually, every time I open a tube of mascara, I actually write down the day it's open, and so no, and then I go 3 months after when I should get rid of it, just so I can keep track of that. So that's emptied. I also have the Gucci mascara. This has got to be like one of my favorite mascaras. I don't know what it is. It's just a lengthening mascara that I just love it. I just love this formula. I don't know why. Maybe it has to do with the wand too, because it's yeah, I love this packaging too. It's like a metal tube. It's like a blush pink, this gold with ridges, and the Gucci on here. Moreover, like, I'm a sucker for packaging, but if the product doesn't work out, it's a no. It's not a deal for me. Like, I will get sucked into packaging, but I won't keep it or keep using it if it's not a good product. This Gucci mascara, I love it. I love it so much. I just opened Dark Star mascara, so once that's done in 3 months, I will probably repurchase the Gucci because we're getting into summer months, and I don't like really heavy lashes in the summer. This is like a perfect everyday lengthening, and I just love it. But it's been 3 months, so it's time to chuck it. Okay, so this one is Pan, this Merit Lip Oil, and I have it in the color Marrakesh. I've already repurchased that. This is probably, in my opinion, the best lip oil on the market. I tried recently the Dior lip oils, which I get why people like it, because It is plumping, it's hyaluronic acid, and it has just the enough amount of tingliness that it's not bothersome. So I have it, I think, in a color Rosewood. It's in my bag. I love it, but it's not very pigmented. The oil on this is like a little bit more slick and nourishing in a different way. I love these so much that I have a repeat again. You know, I panned this, so that's Marrakesh. I'm gonna toss that. I bought it again, Marrakesh, along with Pink Beet and Taupe. So this is Marrakesh, Pink Beet, and Taupe. So this is similar. This is just more orange. This is more of a pinky shade, and I love a good brownie nude for me for my skin tone. But the colors from Merit are just, I love it. I love the Merit colors. I have yet to try their lipstick. I've heard a lot of good things, but I'm just into lip oils and balms and balmy lipsticks lately, so I just know what I'm going to use. I just know if I get a Merit lipstick, I don't know if I'm going to use it very much, but these I can for sure say at this point that is my favorite lip oil on the market right now. Okay, two more that I just need to get rid of because it's at end of life or it's, yeah, or panned. The Becca Cosmetics Now Smashbox, the Under Eye Brightening Corrector, Medium Deep. It's owned by Becca, I think Becca, Smashbox times Becca, and this, I got a backup of it just before they got sold, but they're still continuing it. It's just under different ownership. So I have medium to deep. I had a backup already, but I definitely, I panned that, yay! So that's gonna go in the recycling pile. But yeah, I always have one on hand. This is like my instant eye brightener. When I don't even use concealer, but my eyes look instantly like awake. So even if I'm having a no makeup day, this is the one that I use. And once this finished, I will repurchase. And one of these will last me a good 6 to 8 months. And I use this almost every single day. Okay, so this is at its end of life and it just needs to be chucked. This is a Cle De Peau liquid lipstick. I want to say the lettering on here is very small. Rouge Liquid Radiant Liquid Lip Shine. I have no idea why they make it so small. I can't read it. The color is 3 Delicious Dream. Beautiful packaging. Cle De Peau is known for that. It's so funny when they try to make it all French, but actually it's a Japanese company. I don't know why they're trying to like fool everybody. They're French. It's a Japanese company. 3 Delicious Dream. Beautiful packaging. It's just at its end of life, and this is the color. Very bright. I just don't use liquid lipsticks because I found the Suqqu lip formula, which I love as a lipstick formula more. And there's something about Cle De Peau, I just don't really enjoy their lip colors. They're just not my jam. They recently came out with some new reformulation of liquid lipsticks, and they sent a lot of products to influencers to swatch and try out, and they look beautiful on them, but they're not my skin tone or just aesthetic. I go for like berries, mauves, browns, colors like this, or Lisa Eldridge. These bright colors are just kind of not my jam, and if they're bright, they're going to be like a Lisa Eldridge or Chanel, or yeah, at least those are the kind of my jam. So it is time to let that go. I'm going to get rid of the Cle De Peau concealer and buff. I think I got the wrong color. It's the color is great for my skin, but I broke out using this product on my face. I can't use it, and it's just time. It's been over a year, so it's just time for it to, I want to give this be gone. So Natasha Denona, these like 5 pans, they're really popular with people, and they're great for travel. Well, I traveled with this once, and this is what happened. Like, I'm not rough with my stuff, and this was the only eyeshadow I brought when I traveled that one time, and it was just so disappointing that it broke, and I don't know why I've kept this even. That's the thing about Natasha Denona. I now know I will never travel with her products because this happened. So I'm not keen on her 5 pans. I probably never will buy another one. And yeah, so I'm just gonna not even give this away because it's already crumbling, as you can see, and it's just not cute anymore. Okay, another Natasha Denona 5 pan that I ended up getting was this kind of, I think it's no longer made. It's the eyeshadow palette 5, number 11. It was supposed to be like a mini of the green and brown palette, and this is before I could afford the green and brown palette, these are fun colors, right? They're just really nice green colors, but I actually ended up getting that palette already. And again, this is pretty old, so I think it's just time that I'm gonna try after this video, try to take these out, these eyeshadow pans to be able to just reuse this container, because not only Natasha Denona can I put in there, but other indie brands I might be able to put in there. Okay. Old, so I think I'm not going to even give it away to even my friends. This is just an old product. This is the Marc Jacobs 502 Lines and Last Night. They no longer make this blush, so let's do this for her last hurrah. I'm going to actually just put it on so you can see. I don't know if you can see. It might be just so old that it's not going to even show up. Before it used to be this like really pretty peach color, but since then my makeup collection has grown and I have no use for that anymore, so it's just time to let her go. All right, so I tried this Faux Pas brush. I got this and I need to clean this a little bit. This is a foundation or bronzer brush that I picked up from a Beautylish gift card event, and you know, our friends who are influencers, they'll recommend brushes. Okay, at that time I had purchased these two Faux Pas brushes. This is also a foundation brush, and then this one. I love this one. It's one of my holy grail foundation brushes. It's synthetic and it's dense. It's just lovely. I love that brush. I would buy that again. This one is terrible, at least for me. It's goat hair. If you don't have sensitive skin, I think it's going to be great. It really applies foundation and bronzer in a targeted way. It's just too prickly for me, and it has to do with the way it's made. And yeah, I'm going to try to actually sell that on Poshmark. So two other brushes that actually did not work for me. Again, these are perfectly fine, and I know other people use these. So just because you like them doesn't mean like you're in the wrong or anything. I just want to caveat that. I've tried to make this BK 108 brush work for me, and it's just, I just don't like this brush. I've had synthetic brushes, and actually my favorite synthetic brush set is Katie Jane Hughes. And I just don't know, this construction doesn't work for me. There's nothing I can really do. It's almost too big of a highlighter brush for me. I just don't know how to use this, and I just don't like this brush, so I'm gonna try to sell it. And this brush I never use, so it's time for it to go. I'm gonna wash this before I sell this. This is the Sonia G brush. This is the Sculpt one, and this is before I ended up getting my better bronzer brushes. So now I'm using the Niji Pro and then the Fox series from Chikuhodo. I just never use it. It's just too huge. It's too huge of a brush, and it's actually prickly for me. So I'm gonna wash this brush and then let her go. I also do not enjoy this BK 203 brush. That's just me. Again, I love the Katie Jane Hughes synthetic brush set, but I use my Chikuhodo, Hakuhodo, and Wingos and Sonia G more than this, and I just don't like having it in the way, quite frankly. So I'm just gonna let it go and sell it and to see if anyone likes it. Let's move over to face products. Like, I bought this probably 5 months ago, and I can't remember through who, but I had watched Beauty Gypsy, and she was talking about how awesome this Sensei Total Finish foundation was. It's like a powder foundation, and it's the color TF204 Almond Beige. It is quite nice. It's just the wrong color. It is way too it's way too bright for me, and I thought maybe I could just use it as an under eye powder. I just never reached for it, so I'm gonna try to just resell that because someone else who's lighter than me could use that. This one. This is the Chanel CC cream, and it's in the color 50 Beige. I've used this probably a total of 2, maybe 3 times, and this is like a beauty influencer favorite because it's a CC cream. It has SPF 50, and it's Chanel. Here's the thing I don't like about it. 2 things. I'm a BD 51, so this is way too pale for me. Let me just show you. This is a B 50 Beige, and this is like way too pale for me, but it's also like a beigey undertone. It's for a pink, someone with a paler skin tone. I have a warm undertone, so on me, it just looks really weird. It looks very pink, and I look like I have a gray cast, or look yeah, I look just really gross wearing that. So moreover, it's just way too much perfume. I just wish Chanel and other beauty products just picked that they're gonna not put perfume in there. So I've actually tried that the CC cream. I tried the CC cream again this weekend, and I was actually filming a video and I put it on and I just couldn't stand the smell. It's just so much perfume. I actually stopped the video and just took it off. So I'm gonna see if I can just sell this or pass it on to someone else. Another Chanel product, the Vita Lumiere. I have it in the color 40 beige, and also wrong color. I had to have the BD in order to have that that undertone, but even now I can smell it. That's actually a better one than the CC cream, but there is again so much perfume in here in this Vita Lumiere that I can't wear it. I can't stand it. I can't force myself to wear products where the smell doesn't dissipate. Okay, so, but it's a very glowy foundation. I think if you have really dry skin or aging skin, this is going to be, I don't even know if they make this anymore, so I'm going to try to sell that on Poshmark. Here's another beautiful foundation, La Mer. La Mer, this is one of the most beautiful foundations I've ever tried. I have it in the color Buff or 23A. And a lot of you know La Mer is a skincare product, so it's got a foundation with skincare properties in it. The soft fluid long wear foundation, broad spectrum, SPF 20. Every time I've used this, so the color is spot on. My skin looks like silk when I use it. And the La Mer scent never goes away. I recently tried it again to convince myself that I could just suck it up and have a beautiful complexion, and then couldn't stand the smell on my face. This is the most fragrant foundation other than the Guerlain that I've used, and even by the end of the day I could smell the La Mer on me. So it's a no-go. She's going away to a new home and to someone who doesn't mind perfume in their skincare and foundation. So here's another one who has smells and perfume in their product. This is the Pat McGrath Labs Golden Skin Fetish Highlighter and Balm Duo. Such a beautiful product. It has gold on this side. You see that? Beautiful. If you have tan, medium skin like me, oh, so glorious. And then there's this clear balm on the other end just so you have like a natural glow. Do you see that underneath? The thing with this is that it again has like a lavender smell. It has perfume in it, and I just, like, as much as again as I tried to use this product, the perfume just really deterred me from using it, and it just has to go. So we'll see if someone can take this to a good home. If not, if no one buys this, I'm going to give this to my goddaughter, and she'll probably like it because she doesn't mind perfume. Okay, so onto this Mermaid Eye Color Seashell. I don't think I'm going to try to sell this. I'm just going to give this to my goddaughter. I just don't use it. This Chantecaille Mermaid Eye Color, this product, it's for people who want eye cream that's very subtle. So I've been using more of Liquid Lurks and Lisa Eldridge and Phytosurgence, and this is very subdued. Like, it's almost like I'm not wearing makeup, so I don't really like it. So I don't even bother putting on because it looks like nothing on me. I am going to try to resell this. This is the Cle De Peau Beauty Bronzing Powder Duo in this color 2. And it only comes in 2 colors. Again, the beautiful packaging. Cle De Peau is known for that. And it has this cute mirror and then 2 bronzer colors, and it comes with a mechanism here at the there's a mechanism here at the bottom with a brush, which I've never used. But for some people who aren't like brush fanatics like I am, they're going to use it. But the thing about this is that it's just so orange of a bronzer. Can you see that? So maybe it's for someone who's deeper than me, but it's just, I'll swirl it so you can see what that looks like. It's okay. It's just too warm for me, and I'm just not a fan of this. It has no smell, which is fine, but again, not all products can be winners. Okay, so we're getting down to a lipstick. I'm going to probably just give to a friend because I don't want to resell lipstick. I don't think it's that we can do that. But I will put alcohol over this. It's actually a new product. This is the Rouge et L'Or Velvet Luminous Matte Lip Color in 53 Inspirante. And I just don't like this color. I think it's too red of a color for me. And I'll show you what it looks like. It's just not my thing. I think it's a beautiful red on the right person, just not me. And I have a lot of red, so I'm just going to pass it along to a friend who might like that. More was hiding. Okay, this is another Laneige that I got, lip treatment balm, and it was in a Sephora lip balm pack of trying like NARS, Laneige, Clinique, and I can't find the other one. So again, the same problem. This actually dried out my lips, and once it started peeling, I was like, nope, she's gone. So just so you know, not all those Laneige lip treatment masks are worth getting. Some of them, 2 out of 3 already have dried out my lips. So actually, I only have watermelon, which I use at night, and that's fine. But during the day, I've been using a lip treatment wrap. Actually, I'll show you what I'm using now. I've been using the Suqqu treatment wrapping lip, and this is the color 05. And this is part of their permanent collection. And this is probably the best. I don't even want to say it's gloss. It's like a lip treatment. It's a cross between a gloss and a lip oil, but it's not goopy. And it has just this a great feel. It's just moisturizing, nourishing. For a while, it's been like in terms of my lip products, and maybe I'll do a video of this. Let me know if you're interested of like lip balms and treatments that are really popular. I have 4 favorites right now, and so this has been in my purse as a fan favorite alongside the Dior. I actually like this one slightly more than Dior because the Dior one wears down eventually, whereas the treatment on this, the lips, like my lips are so much softer after I use this. So I have 3 of them in my Suqqu video, which I'll link up above. And I had 3 colors, and I've just been reaching them because it just feels so nourishing on my lips. It doesn't have like a tingling flavor or feel. It's not goopy. It almost feels like a non-goopy lip treatment, like oil gloss, if that makes any sense. And this is in the color 05. Okay, so the last 3 items, please don't get mad at me that I'm gonna sell these. I just don't like them. I tried them last year because I was curious about this indie product, the Odin's Eye products. So they had a sale where they were selling, I think the most popular one, they were the 3 influencers, I think the Freya, no, there was like a 3rd one that sold out. And that was the one I was interested in. So they had these 2, and I've tried these. I don't know, maybe I just don't get along with Odin's Eye as a formula. The mattes are just okay. They remind me a bit of like pigments, the mattes, not like eyeshadows. And then the shimmers, there's just too much fallout and they're too thin for me. I'm not keen on that kind of shimmery formula. So for me, I'm at that age where like I don't want to work to make it work, if that makes sense. And I certainly understand why people love Odin's Eye. This has been a fun one. Actually, I've used this one much more than these 2 color stories just because I'm a person that loves teals, so it's such a pretty color story. But I think what I remember after I've used 3 of these, all 3 palettes, is that my eyes were very itchy after, and that's just me. Like I have really sensitive eyes and whatever's, and it's just kind of annoying, but it is what it is. So I'm actually going to try to resell these on Poshmark. Okay, so the last one are a bit controversial, so don't get mad at me. I do not reach for these, and I think it's time to let it go. So this is the Decadence Mothership palette, and this is the limited edition one. I think is this the Star Wars one? I don't think so. I think it's gold, and people love this one. They call it the jewelry box of Pat McGrath. The reason I don't like this is that this is like one of the special edition ones where it smells like vanilla, and I just don't like it. Like every time I've used it, I can still smell it on my face, and this stuff is on my eyes. Like it's very smoky, so you gotta kind of like that look. And then there's like a pop of like red there. My favorite one is this blue color, but it's not enough for me to keep the whole palette, if that makes sense. Like I got a lot of blue in my collection and I can let her go. Moreover, like I've used this before, and then the vanilla smell, even now I can smell it. I just don't like it. I think it's time I let her go. It's beautiful packaging. It's that limited edition Decadence Gold. I do have the packaging still. And yeah, I think it's just time. So I'm gonna let her go. And I'm not one of those people that are like, oh, I have to have every single one of the Pat McGrath Mothership palettes, or I gotta complete my collection. It's just makeup for me, and if it's not being used, that's just me. Like, I want someone else to use it, enjoy it, and it just takes up space. So it bothers me more if I'm just not liking it and I'm forcing myself, because it doesn't make sense to just have it sitting in my collection for comparison. I think, you know, curating and getting rid and passing on of products that I don't use anymore actually helps me get really focused on the products I do have. And I find that when I make space and get rid of the things and pass on, declutter the things that I don't use anymore, I actually pay attention to the products that I do like, if that makes sense. Okay, so like I said, don't come at me. I am going to pass along this. It's so pretty. It's so pretty, and it's really hard to give this up, but I'm gonna just pass it along, or actually try to sell it. I'm gonna declutter it. This is the Divine Rose one, and that's the original one. I just never use it. This is probably one of my least favorite Pat McGrath palettes. I know this was the first one, but for me, my skin tone, and I've on and off talked to other people about this. Like, some people, even my skin tone, love this. For me, I found it to be like really ashy, and for the price we paid, like this better look fantastic on me. The one shade I like is actually, you know, of course, the Blitz Astral shades are just phenomenal. Here, did I get that one? They're just so pretty, but I just never reach for this palette. So I think it's just time for me to let it go and then make space for other things. I love the Divine Rose too, and then the recent Mothership. I love that. It's a cool tone. And I've actually, in place of this, I've been using the Patrick Ta Major Dimensions Rose palette more, because that's the color Rose Story that actually worked for me, but this one didn't. Okay, that's it. That's what I'm gonna do probably halfway through the year, is actually go through my collection again and do a declutter video based on what I'm not using anymore and then what's expired. So if that interests you, then remember to subscribe to my channel. It helps me out, and then to like and comment below. And as always, please be very kind to yourself and others, and just be you. Until the next video, beauty fan, take good care and remember to subscribe. Bye.